Hey guys, in this video, oh, not sure what that's about. Anyway, what I was saying was, ah, sorry, right. So, this video is about, uh, okay. So sorry about that. That was super annoying. Actually, though, that's a great segue into the topic of this video, which is what not to do with your web design. There are a lot of things that will annoy users and drive them away from your website, and I'm here to tell you about 7 of the worst offenders. Keep watching to learn more, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful content like this. Now let's jump in. You know what? I'm just going to start off with one of the most irritating website elements out there, which we just experienced firsthand together: pop-ups. Folks, I'm sure you've experienced this before. You visit a website, and before you've even read a single word on the page, you've got to close out 5 different pop-ups that are getting in the way of the content you're trying to read. You've got the generic middle of the screen pop-ups that can be super hard to close out of, or the ones that make all of the content on the page move. You have your bars at the bottom of the screen telling you to buy something. You have little pop-up videos that keep playing in the corner of the screen when you scroll past them on the page. Individually, they wouldn't be that bad, but together, they're just a lot to experience. I mean, think about how annoyed you were seeing all of those pop-ups a minute ago. Is that really how you want visitors to your website to feel? I hope not. You might think you're benefiting from all those pop-ups, but I promise you they're hurting more than they're helping, especially because Google doesn't like those intrusive pop-ups and will demote you in rankings if you have too many of them. So please, if you use them, don't use them all at once. Kind of related to pop-ups are autoplay videos. Have you ever visited a website and you're just browsing around, enjoying the silence, and wham, a video starts playing at full volume in your ear, and you just about jump out of your skin? Because I sure have. Now, to be fair, it's not as bad for a video to start autoplaying if it's at least on mute. But even then, some websites won't let you get away from it. If you scroll past it, it'll just get minimized into a little video pop-up in the corner, which just goes back to the first item on this list. Anyway, that's a surefire way to get on users' nerves. If people want to watch a video, they'll click on it. You don't need to do it for them. And you certainly don't need to do it at full volume. Another super annoying thing to run into on a website is a bad navigation setup. You know when you visit a website and you can't find your way around? Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. A lot of the time, the issue is that the navigation bar isn't laid out well, and sometimes there isn't even a navigation bar at all. What you want to do is have a clear, organized layout to your website that makes sense. Then make sure the layout is clearly displayed in your navigation bar. If anything isn't where people expect it to be, or if they don't understand where to go to find what they want, then a lot of them will just leave. If you're not sure whether your layout is good or bad, you can run some user tests or use heat maps to figure out where people are clicking and how long it's taking them to find what they want. These days, I don't think it's any surprise that a lot of website traffic comes from mobile devices. A lot of people, myself included, will visit websites on their phones rather than on their computers if it's more convenient, especially if they're out in public, which makes it super irritating when those websites aren't optimized for mobile. You might have experienced this before. You visit a website on your phone, but it looks gross. Everything's laid out weird, the text is too small to read. You probably didn't stay on that site for long, right? Well, neither will your site visitors if your site isn't optimized for mobile. So, how do you fix this? Well, the most versatile way is to use responsive design. When your site is responsive, it automatically rearranges the elements on each web page to fit the screen where they appear. That means your site is equally optimized for desktop and mobile. When you visit a company website, it means you already know exactly what that business does, right? No, of course not. I visited tons of websites where I'm not sure what the company offers. I was there because I was expecting the website to tell me, which is what made it super annoying when the website refused to tell me anything. You've probably seen sites like this. You go to the homepage, and the only thing you see anywhere is vague corporate jargon. We drive results that matter. What are the results from? Real solutions for real people, as opposed to fake solutions for fake people. A team you can trust. A team that does what? It's like, I literally just want to know what you do. And based on those slogans, I have no idea. Please don't let your website be that kind of site. Make it clear what industry you work in, what you sell, and who you sell it to. You want to answer all of those questions right out of the gate so people don't get frustrated and hit the back button. Layout shifts are another thing to watch out for. Trust me, you've probably encountered some before. It's when you visit a website and you're about to click on something there, but the page isn't quite done loading yet, so suddenly all of the elements shift around and you accidentally click on the wrong thing. Really annoying, right? Yeah, well, your users think so too. And not just users. Google does not love sites that do this because layout shift is one of the things considered in its core web vitals. If your site has issues with this, it may rank lower in the search results. Not good. So make sure your site is optimized to avoid this. Optimizing your page load speeds is one way to help with this. If you're still having layout shift issues, though, you should think about removing or fixing some of the page elements that are causing them. Usually, it comes down to large files like videos. On-page ads are also really bad about this. Let's say you visit a web page and it looks like this. You definitely want to read all of that, right? Oh, you don't? Can't imagine why. Seriously though, you can see how big a turnoff it is to run into a giant block of unbroken text. You don't want your content to look like this. Make sure to break it up into different paragraphs at the very least, and keep those paragraphs short. You can also break up text with headings and other types of media, like images. That helps users feel less overwhelmed by all of the text on the page, making them more likely to actually read it. And that's the goal, right? If you do any of the 7 things in this video, you may want to prioritize a website update, or get in touch with people who can fix it for you. For now though, not this again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.